On a normal afternoon, it suddenly starts to rain. And the rainfall carries a kind of poison. As long as someone gets caught in the rain, they will be poisoned. Then quickly lose control. In order to escape this accident, this girl takes her younger brother to the bunker. They stay there for 6 years. 6 years later, when she steps outside, the world changed. The girl named Simone. One day while at school, Simone is suddenly dragged away by her father. Simone's father is a scientist. He puts his whole family in the car and drives to the suburbs. Simone doesn't understand why, so she asks her father what happened. Her father's face is very serious, he doesn't say anything. But the car radio very quickly tells them the reason. A poisonous rain suddenly poured on the neighboring city. If people get caught in the rain, they will be poisoned and die on the spot. Dark clouds are rushing to their city. The rain is coming while time is running out. Halfway through, on the highway, there is an accident blocking the road. The father decides to leave the car and walk. Under the guidance of the father, they go into the dense forest. At this time, the first raindrops have begun to fall. They finally reach the bunker before the rain comes. Why is there a bunker in such a deep forest? This bunker is built deep underground, and is made of thick iron. It's strong enough to prevent the attack of nuclear weapons. And fingerprint is required to get inside. The father has installed fingerprints for the whole family before. There are food, clothes and living utensils here. That's enough for them to live here for a few years. Under the relentless query of his daughter Simone, the father has no choice but to tell her all. There is a poison in the rainwater that can kill everyone who gets caught in it. Now the situation is very urgent. He is a scientist. In order to save more people, he has to go and research an antidote. Before leaving, her father recommends Simone to always obey her mother and take care of her brother. After saying that, he immediately puts on a protective suit and leaves. Simone hasn't calmed down yet. She uses her phone to check the situation outside. Then she panics when she sees many friends outside are screaming for help. A lot of people are already dead. The situation is more serious than she thought. Meanwhile, the mother is making coffee in the kitchen. Her hand trembles with fear. But in order to reassure her children, she has to pretend to be calm. Suddenly, there is a continuous knock on the hatch. Simone thinks her father is back, so she wants to let him in. But the mother loudly orders not to go. Because the father can open the hatch by himself with his fingerprint. So surely a stranger is knocking. The mother turns her head and continues making coffee. But the two children spontaneously rush out and open the hatch. The mother tries to stop them, but it's too late. The hatch slowly opened. An infected man is going crazy, pulling the brother Rasmus. He is going to drag the boy out into the rain. To protect her child, the mother abandons everything and rushes to push the man away. Soon, the mother is surrounded by the rain. Two children are extremely scared when their mother gradually loses her mind. The mother looks up at the sky, and the rain is getting heavier and heavier. She is exposed to the poison and quickly dies. Simone drags her brother back to the bunker in panic, then closes the hatch. She hugs Rasmus tight and bursts into tears. She feels so guilty and regretful. If she hadn't opened the hatch, her mother wouldn't have died. The phone signal in the bunker is broken now. They don't even have any news about their father. The two siblings can only rely on each other. Simone found a controlling tablet in the bunker. Through this device, she accidentally discovers that there are many bunkers in the forest. Simone connects to the computer and intends to contact the other survivors. She tries for half a day, but other bunkers have no response. Apart from them, the other bunkers are empty. It's really impossible to imagine. Life in the bunker is free from worries. Hearing the pitiful screams outside, Simone suddenly feels lucky inside. If it weren't for her father's meticulous arrangement, they probably wouldn't have existed until now. The two encourage each other and quietly wait for their father to return. They've been waiting for 6 years. 6 years later, Rasmus is now a tall teenager. While the older sister is satisfied with the present, he is extremely looking forward to the outside world. Living underground for a long time made Rasmus almost despair. What happened to the outside world in the past 6 years? Their father is alive or dead, they don't know anything. Moreover, their food supply is dwindling. Simone musters up the courage to open the hatch and go outside. To protect her brother, she doesn't tell Rasmus what she thinks. At midnight, Simone goes out alone in a protective suit while Rasmus is sleeping. The world outside is terrifyingly quiet. Moreover, her mother's corpse is nowhere to be found. Simone goes to the highway with leftover memories. There are many signs on the road marking the location of the nearby medical station. Simone goes to the medical station as directed. But when she gets closer, she finds only collapsed, desolate ruins. There are dead bodies everywhere. After all, what happened to this world? Has humanity gone extinct? In panic, Simone suddenly sees a pair of green eyes. A wolf is staring at her. Simone shouts to chase the wolf away while running quickly back to the bunker. This wolf has not seen a living person for a long time, so it is scared. Thus Simone is lucky to escape death. Back to the bunker, Simone tells Rasmus about this. The outside has turned to ruins and the rain has stopped. The two decide to go out tomorrow to find something to eat. They haven't taken action yet. But an incident happened the next morning. While Rasmus is sleeping, the air control alarms go off makes him awake. He finds it hard to breathe, and doesn't know why oxygen is depleted. Sleeping Simone is also in a coma due to lack of oxygen. Rasmus hurriedly drags his sister out. He opens the hatch and rushes outside to breathe. Simone also gradually regains consciousness. Suddenly, they are confronted at gunpoint by some strangers. The group of strangers corner the two siblings to the bunker, then lock them in a room. They are some young people who are lucky to survive. The group's leader is Martin. Poisonous rain not only made humans sick, but also contaminated food. 6 years have passed. There is little food left on the ground. Martin's group is starving. They soon kept their eyes on the bunker, but there was no way to get in. Therefore, they covered the vents to force the siblings out. But the food here has also run out. They rummage for a long time without any results. As Martin is about to lead his group away, Simone suddenly calls him to turn back. Simone knows that the outside world is always lurking in danger. If the two siblings want to live on, they have to rely on these people. Simone shows Martin a map of other bunkers in the forest. She can lead them to find food. After thinking, Martin agrees with her. The siblings pack up their belongings and join the group. Rasmus has been locked underground for 6 years and finally returns to the world. He is extremely curious about everything, so he really enjoys looking around. On the way, Martin tells Simone that the location they are in is the infection zone. After the poisonous rain, most people got poisoned and died. The government sent the leaders out first to prevent this poison from spreading. On all 4 sides of the infection zone, the towering walls have been built. Those who are lucky to survive inside can only struggle between life and death. The remaining 4 survivors in the group met Martin on the run. They are all poor abandoned people. In order to completely destroy the source of infection, the government sent many hunters to look for the survivors in the forest. Once the survivors are discovered, they will shoot and kill them on the spot. It's better to kill by mistake than to miss anyone. Martin keeps walking, then suddenly orders everyone to lie down. They unfortunately encounter 2 hunters. The trees there are very dense, blocking the hunters' view. The hunters launch a sensor drone to search from above. Martin has a lot of experience, so he immediately takes the isolation sheet to cover everyone. Thanks to that, they luckily escape the pursuit of the drone. Martin doesn't dare to linger anymore. He quickly leads his team forward. In the blink of an eye, night falls. They find an uninhabited house and decide to rest there. The infection area is overcast all year round. The poisonous rain has not gone away yet. It will rain in the evening. So now they need a place to stay out of the rain. After entering the house, Martin and the others seal all the doors. The toxicity of rainwater is very strong. It only takes 1 drop to get infected. So they must not leave any loopholes. After resting for a night, they set off again. Their food has run out. They have to find new supplies. Simone has finally found another bunker according to her memories. Initially, when designing the bunkers, for easy communication, the fingerprints were all identical. Simone smoothly opens the hatch. This bunker has not been used yet. With food inside can keep them alive for 2 years. Simone suddenly finds her father's phone in the bunker. From the information she found on the device, her father likely went to Apollon headquarters in Sweden to find the father who has been missing for many years. Simone tells Martin that she and Rasmus are going to Sweden. Martin advises her not to act spontaneously, because if they want to get to Apollon headquarters, they have to go through a city in which there are many hungry residents. Those residents are frenziedly hungry and have lost their minds. If Simone goes there, it's like looking for a way to die. However, Simone misses her father very much. The siblings say goodbye to Martin and begin their journey to find their father. After hearing that, the other members want to go with Simone. Perhaps the headquarters had created the antidote. That way they don't have to live in stealth every day. After thinking carefully, Martin leaves the safe and comfortable bunker and decides to go outside once more. They travel for half a day to reach the city. Now the city has turned into ruin. They can't see any life under the gloomy sky. They go to an abandoned restaurant and eat some food to replenish their energy. But the smell of food attracted the people who are hiding. The starving residents start attacking them like zombies. During the chaos, Simone gets lost. She meets a poor father and son who are very hungry. Out of kindness, before leaving, Simone gives the 2 of them some food, only to later see them attacked and killed by a group of desperate starving people. Because of stealing the food, those residents tear the father and son into small pieces. Simone's kindness ended up killing them. Now she doesn't care about pain anymore. Very quickly reunites with her friends. Later, Rasmus is injured when a scavenger stabs him to steal food. Seeing the starving people coming more and more, Martin immediately leaves all the food. Then they put the wounded Rasmus in the shopping cart. When the starving people battle over food, the group quickly leave the city. Rasmus, suffering from the stab wound he sustained earlier, is unable to walk. Now they need to find a car so they don't have to walk. At this time, the hunters are starting to search again. Simone has come up with an idea. She purposely runs out to show herself underneath the drone. As expected, the hunters are deceived and led to under the bridge. Immediately, Martin and the others ambush their appear and control the three hunters. They knock out the hunters, then steal the car. Traveling by car, their speed increased significantly. There are many bunkers on the roadside. Relying on the food supplies in those bunkers, they are getting closer and closer to Apollon headquarters. They keep going without knowing what they will face. Only when they keep moving forward can they see the light of hope. The Rain is a Danish post-apocalyptic streaming television series. It has a total of 3 seasons. And here are the main contents of the first one. In Season 2, Simone smoothly arrives at Apollon headquarters and discovers a horrifying secret. It turns out that this poisonous rain is not a natural disaster, but man-made. To solve the problem of overpopulation on Earth, the government has devised a poisonous rain plan. They dropped poisonous rain into the sky through electromagnetic balls to eliminate people of the lower class. That Simone's father is a member of this plan. Simone is very angry and decides to leave with her friends. She leads her friends to fight against this evil plot. I'm breaking out in a cold sweat after knowing the truth. Don't blame Mother Nature. It's just because some people take advantage of natural phenomena to carry out bad intentions. This is the end of the video today. See you next times.